Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Hope I said that right. Uh, yep, great game, another great game. I seem to be off a positive. What's wrong with me? I'm very positive recently, and I'm positive about this game. I think it's really good. At first sort of glance, it's a bit like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I would say. It's kind of like almost identical. You're sort of going around the ship, you're doing these same missions. Well, they're not the same missions, obviously, but there's very similar sort of things about the game, about both games, including the bugs, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it's actually really fun. I mean, I like Vikings. If, I don't know if anyone's ever seen the program on Amazon, Vikings, and it's sort of the stories sort of at points are very similar. It's almost like they've lifted some ideas from this TV series and put it in the game. But yeah, because in that sort of TV series, they go in England as well and raid England and stuff. So there's very similar things between the two, but I'm not complaining because it's actually really good. It reminds me so much of The Witcher. It's got sort of when you're riding along your horse between missions going to different places, it just feels like a really similar game to The Witcher. But there's just so much to do. I mean, so far I've played about 10 hours or something. And I don't think I've really scratched the surface. The action's great though. I really like the action, the fighting. I like the story. I just really enjoying it. I also like the way you can sort of build up your settlement and stuff as well. But being a Ubisoft game, it is full of bugs. I mean, I can tell you about some of them. I mean, I was on one mission and the guy, I went in a room and the guy who's sort of leading the missions just sort of standing in the room going like this. And he's just standing, and I was walking around him, and he's still doing this. He got done a rave or something, so I don't know what that's all about. Most of the bugs I've seen have been in the water though, so like I was just sort of wandering along, and I saw something above the water, and I'm thinking, what's that? And I went closer. There's all these shields floating above the water, sort of about 6 shields all going above the water. Now, obviously, I think they were meant to be from a boat, but there was no boat there. There's just floating shields. I've also seen like a floating dog. And the weirdest one I saw today is when I was going along a river and I saw like 3 people just sort of animated above the water, heads down, as if they were drowned, but sort of animated above the water. That was really weird. I swear it was something else as well, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, so it's full of bugs. I mean, that's just a small handful of the bugs I've seen. I guess you get that in sort of open world games. I mean, I'm playing on the PlayStation 5 version, and I have to say it does look absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's not got any of the fancy things like ray tracing or anything, but it's still a really good looking game, and the frame rate's smooth as anything. So, I mean, yeah, I've no complaints so far, 10 hours in, but it is one of these games where you're going to be playing for a long time. I'm expecting this. I expect you could probably easily put 100 hours into it, a bit with the Witch and stuff, where you just kind of wander and do all the side missions and all the main story. I reckon the main story, it says I'm 40% complete, which sounds about right for 10 hours. So, I mean, 20, 25 hours, I'll probably have the story complete. And then, I mean, to be honest, I can see myself going and doing the side missions because they're quite varied. There's quite a lot of fun to them as well. One mission, I came across these 2 guys. I'm not trying to spoil it, but it's just to be side missions that don't matter. Came across these 2 guys arguing that they'd forgot a torch to burn down a house because they wanted to simulate a raid. So they wanted to burn down this house. They put all their possessions inside, and then but they forgot that they'd left the key inside, so the door was locked. So they're going, "Oh no!" Or I threw a torch at the roof, the thatch roof, to burn down the house, and then they're going, "No, no, our stuff's in there. You need to get out for this." So I kind of found a way in, found the key, and then by the time you find the stuff that's in there, the stuff they're saying is really important, and you're in this burning house burning down all around you, and then they're going, oh no, I forgot, I've got that here. And you're like, "Ah." You just wanted to smack them with your axe, but it wouldn't let you. But yeah, there's just silly little side missions like that. But obviously, there's sort of more serious side missions. That was just one of the little funny ones. But like, so far the story's good. I've been progressing well in it. I've struggled a wee bit with some of the harder fights, but managed to get through them. It's just kind of getting used to the system, I guess, because I seem to be having problems dodging stuff, but I'm getting there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun actually. I really like I really like everything about it. So I can see me spending quite a lot of time in it, but over the course of maybe 6 months a year. I mean, it took me 3 years to complete the Witcher story. I think I'd almost completed it for about 2 years, and then I left it for about 6 to 8 months, maybe a year, and then I came back. I thought, oh, I wonder how much more this I've got to do. Played a mission, and that was it. I'd basically left it with a year to go. I'd left it, and I'd only had one mission left, so that's probably what happened with this. I imagine it's going to take me maybe a year and a bit to complete it because I'll probably just do it over time. But the fact that I've played 10 hours already and I've 40% completed the story, it's just where I get distracted or not and don't go back to it. But at the meantime, I'm really enjoying it, so I'm probably going to keep playing it. Uh, which kind of put me off Cyberpunk as well because it makes me think, well, it's just going to be another game where you're going to have hours and hours and hours that you're going to have to play it. So I'm thinking, do I really need it now? Do I really need to play this really highly anticipated game now when I've already got similar-ish game that's going to take up your time? I mean, so much time you have, isn't there? So I'm thinking to myself, stick with Assassins, get that done, play the other sort of games you can play in between it that don't take up so much time, and then maybe Cyberpunk next. So we'll see. But yeah, I highly recommend this game. I'm really enjoying it. If you're an Assassin's Creed fan, or even a Vikings fan or Witcher fan, then I'd say this is a game for you because it's really good fun. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got to say. The next episode podcast comes soon, but in the meantime, please like, subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.